Hello, everybody. How are you? Good morning. It is Kari Cross here with the Cross Group at Intero Real Estate, and I'm here with my handsome son, Hunter Cross, and we are coming live to you on 3 platforms. So we are on Facebook, my Instagram, and Hunter's Instagram. So we are going to try to say hi as you guys join and answer any questions you might have. So please, if you have questions about me, Hunter, me as a mom, him as a racer, which we're going to talk a lot about today, please feel free to ask. I can't read your questions, but that's what I got this guy here for with the young eye. So, okay, Hunter, for all of my people that don't know you, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
I'm Hunter Cross. I'm 16. She's my mom. I race through motocross. Been racing for about 8 or 9 years now. And it's about all I do.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so feel free to ask any questions that you might have. I actually put a poll up asking for some questions, and I got some really great questions in. So, so we're going to go through some of those questions, and if you guys have any more, feel free to ask those. So first of all, I'm going to talk about what happened this weekend, but normally you race motocross. This weekend we race supercross. So tell my people what the difference is.
Okay, so typically I race motocross just because it's a lot easier. There's like a lot more tracks and a lot more options. And basically motocross is just outdoors. It's really fast, really big jumps, but like tabletop. So it's the jumps are a little bit easier, but it's high speed, big ruts, and really rough.
Go super high in the air.
Yeah, you go super high, but super far. And on supercross, sort of the same thing, but it just jumps everywhere. As you jump down a full straightaway, just jump, 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 turn, same thing, jump, 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 turn, whoop section. It's in a stadium usually. So supercross is a little bit more technical, and motocross you can get away with a little bit more, but it's also just as difficult at motocross because it's rough and rutted. So they both are challenging in their own way.
Good explanation. Okay, so this weekend we had the last supercross race of the year. And you actually got something pretty cool.
Yep. So we just got back. I ended up winning the title. So
Yay!
That's pretty cool.
So that's really cool. Not a lot of people get AMA championship #1 place. So we were super excited, proud of him, and he had to race super hard. So he did an amazing job with that.
Thank you.
So I've actually posted some stuff, and thank you all for the amazing comments that you left us. I did read every single one of the comments. Yes. So thank you. Really, that means a lot that you guys were excited for our family. So let me ask, so let's talk about injuries because that's a big part of it. Yes. I know a lot of my clients that we talk about motocross and stuff, you know, the first thing they ask is injuries. And so how is that? First of all, when you do a jump and let's say you fall and you hurt your leg, but you're not injured, right? You get back up and you do that jump just again, the same exact way. Do you have fear when you go back out there, or do you have confidence that that's not going to happen again? How does that work?
There's usually a few things going on. If I, say, break my leg or get like a bad injury on that specific jump, after about a week, I forget about it. Like, it's just, I feel like that's the same for everyone. It's just after a week or so, we just forget about it, and then we just go at it again. Mm-hmm. And if it's just a small injury where it's like nothing's broken, but you're limping and you're in a lot of pain, then I'm usually just really angry at myself. So I just go for it out of anger. And it's usually never fear because it's kind of just like I have to do that. It's not really like an option. That's the thing I have to do. So I kind of just do it. I just tell myself it was a fluke. Like, you know, I just like tell myself I did everything perfect. You know what I mean? So it was good. Not that hard.
And then you don't think about it again after that first time.
I never think about it again.
Okay.
Like like if it was a very bad injury, like I would kind of be a little bit more timid to that section at first, but you still have to do it just as fast.
Yeah. Okay. And you've had a few injuries, a few surgeries. Like what is something that those teach you? Because like you can't train when you have those, and so you've trained all this time and you work really hard, then you have an injury and then you do nothing. Do you feel like you go back to square one, or when you come back from an injury, how do you catch back up so quickly?
Well, it's really hard watching everyone else riding while you're just sitting there not being able to do anything. but it's hard because I can't make myself any better. But every time I come back, I have more drive, and it's a lot more fun because it's fresh, it's new. So when I come back, I always go a lot faster and have a lot more drive. So it's not good, but I make the best of it with coming back, going faster, wanting it more. So I'd rather not, but it's not a terrible thing.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay. So we have a lot of sponsors. You have. I don't have any sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor me, let me know. You have a lot of sponsors.
Just buy a house from her. We're good.
That helps, right? You have a lot of sponsors. You have a lot of amazing people that have helped you over the years. I know the longest sponsor you had is 5150 Energy Drink. They've been amazing.
Like 8 years now.
Yeah, they're the best. But all of your sponsors, we could talk about Wiener Schnitzel and Fly and Liette and Scott Goggles, and you have so many sponsors. But it's interesting how one sponsor and the people that you meet through the organizations hook you up with another sponsor, and the types of people, the collaborations that you make within the companies, as well as the connections that you make with different people is really fun. So has that taught you anything about life and business and things like that? Like, what's your thoughts on your sponsors?
It's really cool because you start out being sponsored so you can show off their product and get them more sales. But it's really cool to me because now I've become friends with all these people and we've made really good connections. And like now when I see them at the track, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Like we hang out. And then I actually really enjoy their product. I use it whether they help me or not. So it's just a win-win. It's really cool to me to know, like, to learn about the business side of things and also have good friends to hang out with and socialize with. So it's taught me a lot and it's really cool.
Well, and I have to say, like, you had to have been 10 when we got Wiener Schnitzel, right? About 5 years?
I'd say younger. 8 probably.
Maybe 8. So it's funny. So we were sponsored by Yamaha, and we were in the pro Yamaha tent with the pro riders and making connections with those people and all of their sponsors. And Wiener Schnitzel was there. And they were feeding everybody because the team was sponsored by Wiener Schnitzel. And Hunter was little, and he was like, I want Wiener Schnitzel to sponsor me. And at the time, he was literally like, I want a free hot dog, and I want a logo on my bike.
I literally just wanted the hot dog on my bike and free hot dogs.
We didn't really know what a sponsorship from them would look like. But we knew that Hunter knew that he loves chili dogs and he wants some free hot dogs. So he kept saying, they should sponsor me. And I kept telling him they don't do amateurs, they only do pros. And he's like, I'm going to go talk to them. And he was little. And I was like, you go talk to them. And he went up to the guys and he's like, hey, who's in charge? And he waited for them. And then he had this conversation.
It's really cool, though, because now the guy that got me hooked up with Wiener Schnitzel, he's no longer with them. I'm with someone else now. But we're like best friends now. He was there with me for at least 3 more years, and it's just cool to see because they not only do they not really sponsor amateur riders, but they've also taken such good care of me, and like because they've let me go to their headquarters and just like it was such a cool experience for me, especially at that young age. I'm still young, but like when I was younger, I thought it was like insane that like they have a Wiener Schnitzel on the wall. You know what I mean? So that was a cool experience.
Yeah, and they introduced you. They gave you a bride day with.
Yes, I got to go out and hang out with McGrath for the day.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah,
that
so they give us some amazing connections. And even though that representative is gone, we now follow him through his company and what he's now doing. And so it's just the people that you've been introduced to, I think, are like family to us. Yeah. They're so amazing, and they've helped you grow and shape into the man you are, I think. Yeah. And so it's kind of nice that I've got all these extra parents helping me out raising you because they're all looking after you and making sure you're making good decisions.
Yeah, whenever I go to SoCal, recently I've been going down there by myself because I got my license now. So I go down there and I practice by myself and do all this by myself. So it's nice to have all these friends and people that are there to help me if I need it. Like I have a place to stay, I have someone to hang out with, or like if I need anything, they're there for me. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we covered that. So let's go with some other questions that we had. one of the people asked how I show support for you and if I would rather you do something safer. And so here's the thing. First of all, I show support by helping him behind the scenes. I mean, he's got a lot of work in my eyes that as a kid that he's got to do. He's got to be focused when he's on the track. He's got to, stay in shape and work out, be ready to ride. He rides, almost every day. He's got a couple days off a week. And so, yeah, I try to have his goggles ready and wash his clothes, even though some days I'm busy and he'll go and do all of those things. But it's kind of a team effort. So whatever, I can't work on the bike like my husband does. I can't do a lot to help with this sport. So my job, I feel, is to do my best to help out. And I do collaborate with sponsors with him. Most of the sponsors he talks to on his own. But I'll let them know if we're out of product or we need, more tear-offs for his goggles.
And she helps because she makes it to where, I have to do some stuff on my own at the track, but she makes it to where when I get to practice or to a race, I'm able to focus on what I'm doing and my riding instead of stressing that I don't have enough tear-offs or I forgot my boots or something stupid like that. She helps take that pressure off of me so I can go there, I'm ready, I have all my stuff, and just go there to ride.
So what do you do in your free time?
My free time? Not much. Just schoolwork, really. I basically just do schoolwork, work out, and ride. That's about my life. So
do you have a favorite memory, or what's the rewarding part of what you do all the time and the work you put in?
I don't know if I have a favorite memory. I'm sure that I have one that I can't think of, but there's been so much that's happened. I can't even start to explain it, from racing that Monster Energy Cup under the lights to winning my title at that same place a year later. It's just, I don't think I could put my finger on one thing that was insane, but I definitely have a lot of stories and a lot of good memories from that. I don't know if I have my favorite one, but they're all great memories.
And so what you had brought up, I think, for my people that don't understand, when Hunter was on 85s, he was invited to go race the super mini class with the pros on race day under the lights at Monster Energy Cup. And that was 2 years ago, actually. I just saw it on my memory.
Oh, okay.
So that was 2 years ago. And so he got to pit with our 5150 Energy team. He signed autographs with the pros. It was an amazing, he did a commercial while you were there with Wiener Sitzel. The whole experience was amazing. Under the lights, the stands were huge. The crowd was amazing. We had friends that came and they made signs. The whole experience was amazing. First time on a supercross track, first time on a super mini, and he went out there and he just rode and made it work. And so that was awesome. And then 2 years ago at that same track, different event, but at the same track, he won this championship. So, and it's same track, same location. Track's different.
Track's different.
Track's always different, but same stadium.
It was crazy being just sitting there on the starting line and trying to get ready to race, and you look up and you just see thousands of people. It's it was so hard for me to look at those people and still stay focused, because I couldn't just enjoy the moment. I was there to race and do my job, so I wasn't able to look around and just take it all in.
Even though I told you to. That's the one thing I told him to do. I was nobody gets this opportunity. Look around and enjoy this.
I wanted to go out there and do my best. So I was no, I'm going to go there, be professional about it, stay focused. So at the end of the races, what I would, because you have to roll to get back to your pits, I'd look around and just take it all in. It's crazy. But I had to stay focused and, keep the nerves down, you know what I mean? So I could go out there and ride.
Did you hear people in your helmet?
I could. I was trying not to, and when you're out there, people don't understand how focused you are. Yeah. There could be an earthquake and you'll just think you hit a braking bump. That's crazy. But I did hear him a few times and it was crazy. So I wish I could have soaked it in a little bit more, but I have no complaints. It was awesome.
Yeah, we have a lot of amazing pictures. Okay, so
thank you, Wes.
How do you do school and writing?
It's a little difficult, especially when I'm in SoCal by myself, because I wake up, I go to the track or whatever I'm doing the day I'm down there, and that's usually from 8 to about 1, and then I go get some lunch, and then I get back around 3 or 4, and then I have to do bike work, wash the bikes, do whatever I need to do, By then, it's late. I eat dinner. I don't really want to do anything, but I have to just bust out some assignments. So it's a little difficult when I'm down there because I don't have mom or dad taking all the pressure and all the work off of me. But I have to figure it out, and that's just how it has to do.
Well, and up until last year, you went to a traditional school.
Yes.
And you would just ride and miss a lot of school and play catch up, and the teachers were mad at him, and it was a difficult situation, but we made it work, and you kept maintaining good grades. So we just recently, just last year, started homeschooling him. And so it's still difficult because now it's almost like you have more work because you have to teach it to yourself and then do the assignment, where before he could kind of half listen to the teacher or talk to friends and kind of get the assignment and just show up and do the assignment. So it's almost more work, but you could kind of do it whenever you want.
Public school is a lot less work for sure. It's way easier. But the issue is that I go to school, and from 8 to 3, only an hour and a half to 2 hours, I'm actually like doing assignments or learning. Other than that, I'm kind of just sitting around because like I'm either done with my assignment or like I'm in PE, you know, just certain things like that. So the biggest thing is like I leave school at 3, we go straight to the track and we show up late because we get out late, and I would just be drained. Like I'm not like ready to go. I'm tired. Just like it's just mentally draining at school all day. And with homeschool, it's a little bit different because I'm not the whole time I'm doing something instead of me just kind of dozing off and not much going on. So I feel like it's really affected my riding too, just going to the track ready to go.
So one thing that I wanted to talk about that I think is amazing. So when you were little, because Hunter started this, you started riding a dirt bike when you were 7.
Yeah.
But then
That didn't last long.
got a little more serious as you went along. But I remember you as a little guy looking up at the big kids, and you know, and you would go up and talk to them and ask them about the track or do it. Like it was so cute, and they were always amazing and
I remember
great guys.
If you guys are local, you'll remember Bruno. I don't exactly remember what his name was, but I was the one guy I remember, and I think even Lopez at the time.
Yeah, and the Seven Deuce was always like
for sure.
He went beyond and above and beyond.
Yeah, he was awesome.
But it was really cool to see these older guys, and they were really cool to you. And now you're the older guy.
Yeah.
And you're at the track, and these little guys come up to you, and I see you, you know, pumping them up and getting them excited about the track, and it's a really, really cool thing. So that is something that I, as a mom, I love to see the little kids that, you know, want to come and hang out with you.
Because I just think of myself as like one of their friends. They just want to come up to me and just say what's up. I never, even now, I still don't think that they like look up to me. So I just hang out with them like they're my homies. So it's not a big deal, you know.
That's cool. Okay, so why did you choose dirt bikes? Because let me just tell you a quick little story. Hunter was not a dirt bike racer when he was younger. He was a go-kart racer, and he was going to race a car of some sort.
Yes.
That's what his sister did, and that's what he was going to do. And then he rode a dirt bike in a race as like a bet.
That was bad.
And
I did not want to do it.
He didn't want to do it. He did one lap, collected his money, and then
I was so mad.
We went to Club Moto practice. You got hurt and actually broke your leg.
Broke my leg bad.
And so then we knew dirt bikes was over.
And they bought me a brand new go-kart for Christmas. It was either for Christmas or my birthday.
It was Christmas.
My birthday's in January, so it's like really close.
Yeah, it was Christmas.
And they bought me a brand new go-kart, looked super sick. And I was like, what do you get that for? And they're like, for you to drive. And I was like, but I race dirt bikes. Because they thought I was done after I got hurt. I wasn't done yet. But yeah.
So why dirt bikes?
I don't know. Like I said, I should have raced cars. I should be racing cars right now because my dad, he's a car guy. It's just I had everything set up to race cars. And I don't know. It's just I didn't have very much fun driving cars, which is bad to say, but I had a lot more fun racing motocross. I felt like it's definitely a lot more challenging on my body, but I just felt like, I don't know, I could do more with motocross. It's like in cars, obviously I wasn't as good as I am in motocross, but with motocross, it's like all these little things I could do to make me go faster. It's like I could jump further. Like in cars, yeah, you can cut the corner sharper, like hit it smoother, which I think that's really good practice, really fun. But with motocross, I don't know, I feel like it's more for me. I like the jumps and stuff are really fun, like throwing whips. Like I just feel like there's more I can do with motocross.
You're more in control.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 older sisters. How is it growing up with 2 old, and they're like much older?
Yes.
So
it's good. They're always there for me, no matter what. That's huge. Like if I need something, I can go to them, and 100% they'll help me. But it's also good because we can take a joke. I can take a joke. So me and my older sisters, my whole life growing up, they love me, but they're always hard on me, making fun of me, painting my nails in pink nail polish, like stuff like that, you know. But I could always take it. I always handle that really well. So it's really good growing up to have them pick on me because that made me stronger. Like that gave me tough skin, you know. So I was okay with that. But they love me a lot. If I need them, they'll do anything for me. So it's really helpful to have someone, like 2 people in my life that no matter what, because I have my parents, but no matter what, my sisters will be there for me if I need something, no matter what.
Okay. And how about me as a mom?
Yeah. So.
And or dad?
Yeah, I couldn't do it without my parents. I mean, for obvious reasons, but also as far as like behind the scenes, without my dad helping on the bikes or my mom helping me get there, driving all night and all day across the country, like I don't think I could do it on my own. Obviously, even if they were funding me, I couldn't do it as my level without them. So definitely, it takes everyone to get to get where I am. So I mean, everyone says it sounds cliche, but I really couldn't have done it without them. So.
And we do a lot of cross country stuff, which I love because I trap my little son in a car and he has to hang out with me. That's one thing I do love about motocross is the family time that we put together. I mean, if we're at a race together, we're sitting there all day together, hanging out, talking about life and talking to sponsors and enjoying learning about business and marketing. We do a lot about that. And I think the fact that, you know, I can't drop you off with another family and go to soccer practice because, you know, there are injuries involved and there's things that I worry about, and I want to make sure that either myself or my husband or both of us are there for you when you need us. And because of that, I think we're super close. And the same with my daughters. They both race cars, and it was a family sport, and we did it the same way. It's just
for Loretta's, we traveled about 3 days, 2.5 days straight there. And then we're in the car the whole time. We go 24 hours and we finish it off. We're in the car the whole time talking. We're forced to talk, really, because, like, what else are we going to do? So we talk the whole way there. We get there. We're in the same car. We're pitted together the whole weekend. So we basically hang out for 2.5, 3 weeks straight at a time. So, like.
How lucky are you?
I'm so lucky. By the end of the weekend, I'm like, let me put my headphones in.
You are not. No, you're not. So the van is set up. We watch movies or Netflix. And Hunter plays his music really loud. Yeah. So that's really fun. I'm totally hip with all the cool songs that are out. Hunter keeps us very in tune with what's going on.
I got some good music on it. Yeah. If you guys have any suggestions, drop it in the comments.
So yeah. He keeps us young, and we keep you like on the straight and narrow, right? Wise. So that's fun.
Yeah.
So, okay. Would I rather you do something safer? Was another question. No, I would rather you do what you love. That's my job as a parent, is to support you in what you love, and this is what you love. You're good at it. You're passionate about it. And what if that changes tomorrow into something else and it's, you know, a safer sport, then I'm going to support you 100% there. One thing that I haven't talked about that I will talk about when I have Haley on is the fact that Haley had to quit her sport, and I had to kind of enforce that and make her not do what she wanted to do, and that was the hardest thing that I had to do, and I will never do that with another kid. And so if my son loves motocross and he's good at it and he's passionate and he puts in the work, then I'm going to support that. Do I hate that he gets hurt, and is that a very difficult thing to go through? 100%. I mean, when I can't go to an event, I make him call me as soon as he comes off the track. Every single time. So he'd go out for a 20-minute practice. I know in 20 minutes I should be getting a text message, and if I'm not, I'm like texting him, hey, what are you doing?
She's on top of it.
And he's like, sorry, I got stuck talking to so-and-so. So, so yes, I'm worried always. You've started doing trick ramps.
Dude, that is so much fun. Because, like, before I go on to the ramps, I feel bad for my parents because for me, when I get hurt, this isn't going to sound bad. It's not a big deal. Like, honestly, if I stub my toe or get sick or have a headache, that is way worse than breaking my arm. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I am, like, on my deathbed when I have, like, a headache or something. Like, it is so terrible. But for me, when I break, like, an arm or a leg or something bad, yeah, it hurts for the rest of that day. Pretty
You're
bad.
more mad because
I'm mad at
going to
myself.
set you
I'm
back.
like,
Yeah.
this is, like, just a waste of time, you know?
Yeah.
So I think my anger helps with the pain.
Mm-hmm.
But, I really feel bad for them because, like, there's been times where I've had to stay in the hospital and, like, I had to have IV and, like, there's been some bad injuries. So I feel bad because I'm really just there eating the hospital food and laying down in the
sleeping on
bed.
the floor.
Yeah, like I'm kind of chilling, you know. I'm just chilling in the hospital
You got the
room.
good meds. We need some of that.
Yeah, like I'm just relaxing. But then I look over and they're like stressing super bad and like not getting any sleep. So I feel more bad about them on that part because they stress lower than me. With me, it's like it'll heal or not. We'll see. You know, like it's kind of like, what are you gonna do about it? Stressing isn't gonna fix anything. So I feel worse for them than for me because it's really after the first 12 hours, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But well, like you said with ramps, it is so much fun. Those are so sick. Yeah, I got the opportunity to ride with Jared McNeil. He's awesome, by the way. If you guys want to go check him out, he has a sick place at his McNeil farm, and I went there on my 125 first, and that thing, my 125s are fast. Don't get me wrong, but they don't have the same torque as the 4-stroke 250 or the 252-stroke, which is what Jared rides. So, and I was very nervous. Okay, I was like, I'm in front of Jared McNeil. I have to at least do something. So I hit the 50-foot ramp at first, which it was a little bit more. I was a little bit scared, but I was like, I can do it. I just told myself I can. So I hit it and I cased it a little bit, but I made it pretty clean. And then he had a dirt hit, which, by the way, every single dirt jump I've hit with freestyle completely cased it. The ramps, I've made them all. The dirt jumps, I've completely cased it. Don't know why. But I did that, and then the second time I was ever on a ramp, I only did the 50-foot the first time. I decided to go on my 250, and I got the opportunity to ride on Robbie Madison's house, which was unreal. And I was with Vicky Golden and Pruddy at the time, and we went to Fitz's at the down the street, literally right down the street. So we rode wheelie down the street, went there, and he had a 78-foot ramp, and I was like, that is very big. Okay? I was looking at Vicky, I was like, this is what I came here for, so I have to do it, but I was a little worried. It had a huge landing to it, so it wasn't a big deal, but it's very fun. It's definitely fun to mix it up.
And it was really nice that I knew that you were there with people that actually were going to, teach you how to do it the right way.
They helped me a lot.
Help you through it, you know. I was still nervous because it's something new, you know, obviously, and anything could happen. But watching the videos back, they were awesome.
Yeah, I knew I could do it. I was happy because they were all super nice to me. They helped me out a lot. So shout out
kind
to
of
them.
something different and fun.
And it was good for them because at the time I was in SoCal by myself. So I'm doing this new thing by myself, no one there, you know. So it definitely made me grow up because I had to get there on time. Make sure my bike had fuel, chain the bike. I was like making sure the bike was dialed, you know. And then
you don't want a bike malfunction.
No, so I had to like get there. So it was very good to help me grow up. I feel like, but it was definitely fun. And then just going to the dirt bike track by myself. Luckily, I had Motor Medic at the time. He went there for a day. We went testing. He had the bike dialed in for me. So
you got a lot of great people that help and support.
It's crazy. I live up in Northern California, and I have some friends down here. But I have like so many people in Southern California that help me out, and like it's weird. It's crazy because at home I have a lot of friends and people that are here, but in Southern California I have probably like double or triple the amount of people that I know and will help me. So it's
they're in the motocross community.
Yeah,
you know, there's not so much motocross community here,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit different. But it's nice that you have support, you know, in the different areas that you go to. So that's really, and that makes me feel good. And those are, again, from the relationships that we made from sponsors and collaborations and things like that. So that's kind of fun. So one more thing, you get to do a lot of really cool things in this sport. You made commercials.
Yeah.
You've tested new bikes when they came out. You made Wiener Schnitzel commercials. You've done
Fly photo shoots.
You've done 5150 sponsored events where you signed autographs and things. And so how fun is all of that kind of stuff?
So I'm gonna answer that question. I'm also gonna add on to that.
Okay.
It's cool, but so I'm homeschooled, and like my mom was saying on her Instagram post, if you saw that, I missed my homecoming this weekend, so I could go to this race. And to me, I'm okay with that because this is what I love to do. I love motocross, you know what I mean? So it's weird that I'm missing out on all these school activities, but like my mom just gave an example of, if I went to school and I didn't race motocross, I would not ever have the opportunity to make do photo shoots or commercials or travel across the country to race. Like, I think that me giving up in school is way more than what I'm gaining when it comes to motocross. Like, it's so cool to go hang out with Andy Buckworth and Mickey Golden and all of them after the Wiener Schnitzel shoot, and then with the fly photo shoot, I was hanging out with Weston Pike. That's how we made that connection. And then Kelly. And
shout out! They're
Osborne.
getting married like in 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hope that goes good. So yeah, it's really cool because people always ask me, it's like, oh, you don't do homecoming, like you don't go to school, like that must suck. And I'm like, really, I don't miss it that much. I really don't. And on top of it, I get to travel and do what I love and like just have fun. Like this last weekend in Vegas, I got there, we went to Top Golf, we went bowling, then we went and raced, and I was able to win. So it's like, it's just so much fun, you know. Like I couldn't ask for much more.
It's just different, but that's all we know now. We've been doing it so long, so that's kind of our normal. You know, meeting the owner of Wiener Schnitzel and going to the owner of 5150's house for a party, and
thank you, man.
You know, those kinds of things are things that in business, teaching you business and communications and marketing.
I feel like I can't learn that stuff in school.
Yeah.
Like.
Not to the degree that I think that these people are teaching it to you, right? Because it's more hands-on.
It's different when you're actually there with them and doing it. Because when I'm in school, I'm learning and I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I don't get that same interaction with the people, and I don't get to learn firsthand, you know. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I'm sure we had more questions come in. I think that was it. Is there anything else that you think we missed? I think those were the questions that you guys had sent in earlier. If you have any other questions, let us know. We'll try to go back and answer them for you.
Thank you, dude.
And again, thank you for coming up so early.
Yeah, I was so slow. No, I've been waking up at like 6 for this last race this weekend. So. Yeah. It's not terrible, but
this was his day off because he just got back yesterday.
Yeah.
After driving all night to get home, and so he has not yet caught up on sleep from this weekend, and so he gets yesterday and today off. But I still made him get up early to get in here. So.
To finish it off, my favorite Pop-Tarts to eat in the morning is strawberry. I used to be the brown sugar, but now the strawberries got a little bit more flavor.
However, this weekend you changed it up.
I did
with
some good stuff. I had it probably.
Mom had to get up an hour early. When we get up at 4:30 instead of 5 or something, to go down to the restaurant to get him.
It was really good. We were there for 3 days, and I probably had this meal 7 times. And I would get a ham, sausage, bacon omelet with hash browns on the side, and just cover the omelet with hash browns. It was so good. It was so good. I could go for that right now.
Yeah, he literally had that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty funny. Yeah, but yeah, so that might be your new power food instead of the Pop-Tart. I think we might have to step it up a little bit.
So yeah, but Pop-Tart's not a good bad snack.
Yeah, right. Okay, all right. Well, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Getting to know my son and all of that, and to all of his friends. Hi, guys. And I will see you guys next week on Coffee with Kari.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. I gotta try to turn all these off.